So my L1800 Procolored Reds white ink circulator has arrived, the replacement. I did have a bit of a problem. This started struggling. The whirring wasn't as strong. I left it a bit too long. And I actually noticed this was filled. The white ink had come up to around about, well, there. So it was actually over a lot of the cables as such. So, oh dear, so I sucked all that out. Not me personally, I used a syringe. And then cleaned it out the best I could. You can still see a big block at the back, but yeah, I've been having to pull white ink when I do any prints recently. So it still does work, which is not as well. So I want this, obviously, ordered this from Procolored Red. The Europe one that was coming out was coming soon and out of stock and stuff. So I just went to the .com and they sorted it out there. The picture they've got on their site is actually different to this one. So I did have to message the tech support a couple of times and make sure it would be compatible with this one. With other looks of it, it looks exactly the same. So it's different to the one they've got pictured. But this looks quite simple, as in a plug, just a replacement plug-in really. So just got to get this opened up. This is how I store mine when I'm not using it. I put this on top, stop any dust from going in. If you never thought of that before, you're welcome. The tools I'm going to be needing for this, well, I'm bringing along, I've got my syringe, Phillips head screwdrivivers, alcohol swabs. These are quite handy, these are. I've also got isopropyl alcohol in here, and obviously lots and lots of kitchen roll. Yeah, here we go. Right, what I'm going to start with is I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to take obviously this off. This lifts straight up. I'm going to take this off, these off. Then I believe, if you can see down there, there's a screw there, screw there, screw there, screw there. So hopefully that will then, this will all come off, including that. Remove that, then I should have access to see where the wire is. That should. So yeah, once you do, you can't get the screws out with. Once you undo them, they do just seem to drop, and then you just pray. Really, there's a lot of dust. The sun's shining on them, really showing up a lot of dust that I've got. Once you undo them, you just got to slide it back a little bit, and yeah, pull it off, and then you have access to what you're trying to get to down there. I'll have a quick dust up anyway as well, and yeah, hopefully it's well on its way. Put this out the way down here. Oh, let's find them screws I just dropped. There's one down there. There's one down here. That's fine, we'll go get you. Right, what I'm going to do, although I've opened that up, I'm now going to do these two screws there, either side, one either side. You need to keep those because the spare one, the replacement one didn't come with. So what we'll do, these just pull out by the way. So yeah, this one. Need two hands. I'll try not to stretch it because this one's going to be used anyway. Anyway, you just pull that one out. That comes out loose enough. You unloosen this one. You can unloosen that. That will pop out. I already took this one out before recently when this went wrong, and you can rinse it out on the inside. But there's nothing in there. It's just where ink kind of circulates. Just an extra space that's circulating. But yeah, you pop those two off. We'll take the two screws off. This will then release and come away. Keep the screws. And then the wire feeds through. There's a hole at the bottom there. It feeds through, leading through the other side. I'll then follow that round and then show you where we got to unplug it and plug the new one in. Yeah, as you see, I've just you pulled that out. It's got the nibs in. Pulled those out. That's now just hanging upside down. When you undo the screws, that'll probably stick to this because it's like a magnet. And yeah, that's what we like. And then look, you can see where that now leads through. Down here, I'll follow those cables around from the other side. I may have to take this off. I'll just double check before I do that, and then we'll come back again. So yeah, it all looks like it's underneath this. So I am gonna take this plate off. There's one screw there, one screw just on the other side of this encoder strip, and then these three here. This then lifts out, and then you've got full visual access of the motherboard and the cables and where we're going to plug in with this. Now I've just got to find which one of these, I believe, because it's the brown and green. I reckon it's going to be this one. If I follow that back, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not even looking out on there. So yeah, this brown and green one was the original. So it's this second one here. That should just be a clip, just a plug in a clip. Hopefully come in from the other side, just pull that out like so. Yeah, I'll just double check with the wires and whatnot that is the one. Yeah, that's the only brown and green one coming down from this lot anyway, so fingers crossed that is the right one. I reckon it will be. I may well actually just leave those in there instead of unwrapping all those cables. I might just plug in the new one, and then that can stay in there really, as long as it's not doing anyone harm. I'll just snip it from this side, pull that through, let that sit out of the way, and then I haven't got to disturb the rest then, as long as I know for sure that those brown and green ones is the one. And I believe I'm right, to be fair. I can't see any other brown and green, so yeah, we're going to go with that one. I'm glad they had that brown and green first, because the replacements are red and black, the same as all these others, but you now know it'll be this second one here. Right, let's give that a go. I'll just give this a little bit of clean. The sides up to you. I just, while it's all out, I've done that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to feed this through that hole. So feed that through. I'm then going to secure this on there with the screws that we had left over. Well, from before, sorry. Yeah, and then we'll get round to the plug and play. All right, this is back on now. I will suggest doing the left sided one in first, then the right hand side. You'll find out why, because this thing is a really strong magnet. So each time you're trying to put the screw in, it keeps jumping out and going onto this one. And the first time I've done this side first, but then I couldn't get around to getting this side to get the screw off this side panel, because there's a lot narrower. But yeah, you'll see what I mean. It's good fun. You've got to count to 10 many times, okay, before you explode. It's got the two new nibs that are attached to this one. I'll pull them out, and then I'll just put these old nibs into there, and that'll be that secured and fastened then. Right, now I'm just going to go around to this side. I fed that cable through this one here. I'm now about to plug that into there. Just quickly give my hands a wipe first, and then I'll just tidy up the wires around there. I've not taken the green and brown one out because they're not doing any harm, and they'll just disrupt all these other wirings. I don't really want to do that, so I'll just tidy up the new cable that I'll put around in there, just push it underneath some of the others or whatnot, and then yeah, we'll put that in. I'll put it all back together, just a reverse of what we've done before. So yeah, that'll just be putting this plate back in, doing up these 5 screws, putting the other one on top. Don't forget you just slide it on top, do those back up, and then we'll power it up and do a test. Right, so everything's back on. We've got the main. It's all back on. It's all back on anyway. Swapped over the nibs. That's all in here now. I'm about to pulse the whites. Oh sugar! Oh sugar! That's fallen off the edge. That's not good. Oh, it'll shake me up at least. Yeah, so I'm going to pull the white through in here. I'm then going to turn the machine on. I'll just plug it back in also. Hopefully you'll hear that power up. You know that sound. And yeah, then we're going to run some print tests. So yeah, turn the back on. Turn the power on. Set watch. Hopefully we'll see some ink run through this. Here we go. There we go. We have white ink pumping through. There we go. Success! Now this works perfect because I've not had that thicker white on the top of any of my prints for quite some time now. Fantastic. What's the other side button? It's usually dark. There we go, nice and bright. I'll ignore the lines as well. I had to pull it through before I start with this. I'll run that through. It's all damaged paper. But yeah, all done. Happy with that. You always learn new skills with the L1800 Procolored. And yeah, skills we didn't have before, skills we now got. But ideally you shouldn't have to do it. But you'll always get to know your DTF printer inside and out. If you think about getting one, they are okay. You will find a lot of problems will happen. I'm sure that every single DTF printer has its problems, and you just have to know how to deal with them. But yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm sure I'll have plenty more. I'll do a printhead clean next time I'll do one, record that. Thanks for watching. Hope you sorted out any questions. Don't hesitate to ask.